Hello YouTube, happy Sunday. My name's Dawn and I love couture. And today I'm going to unbox my latest purchase from Hermès. And this is something that I was totally not expecting to get, but honestly I'm so excited to have this. None of my friends really are luxury lovers. I live by myself. I have absolutely nobody to share this with. So I really appreciate the fact that there's a luxury community of other people who love handbags and leather goods and jewelry and all that fun stuff that we all know that we love. So without further ado, let me pull up the bag and show you what's in the bag. Just a little story, quick story. I went into Hermès because I had a repair of something that was missing from my her bag, which I was responsible for. I'll save that story for a whole other day. And while I was there, the girl who was helping me, the SA, who wasn't my normal SA, said, well, do you want to see something else? And I said, no, I don't know. Well, suggest something. She says, well, I don't know. You sure you don't want to see anything else? So I had mentioned to her that I wanted some earrings, but I didn't really want to get those earrings today. And I asked for lipstick. And they had actually sold all the lipsticks at the boutique that I was in. So they didn't have any lipsticks to show me. So I didn't want to leave empty-handed. And I said, well, I'll take a look at some Twillies. So she was showing me some Twillies. And I picked the Twilly that I really wanted to use on one of my Louis Vuitton bags. And she said, well, is there anything else that you want to see? So I said, well, I don't know. I said, because I asked my SA to be on the lookout for an Evelyne TPM. I had really been interested in it, and I said, you know, I put the word out, and I just mentioned this to her a day ago or so, so of course I haven't heard anything. So the girl who was helping me said, we might have one. Let me go look in the back. And I said, oh, really? She said, well, I don't want to promise you anything. Don't get your hopes up because I'm not really sure what our inventory is. She said, but let me have a look and I'll come right back. So she was gone for a little while and she came back out and she said to me, well, we have one and it's like this burgundy color. She said, and it's got a strap that's rose confetti. And I said, oh, definitely I'm interested. Let me see. So she went for a couple more minutes, rummaged around in the back, and she came out with the box. And I laid eyes on this and I said, that's it. I have to have it. So without further ado, let me grab the bag. Of course, it came in the orange bag. Oh, the orange Hermès bag. And just FYI, I've already used this, so I tried to rebox it as best as I can. Of course, I did a lousy job, but you can take a look at the ribbon. It says Hermès 2021, and it says an odyssey. And I'm sure we can all agree it's been an odyssey, just getting to 2021. Okay, so let me shut up, get the box open. So here we go. It's a really, really pretty one. So the strap comes in a little dust bag by itself. Actually, when she packaged it, she packaged the dust bag inside of the actual bag. So let me get the bag out first. And here's the dust bag. And I'm going to peek inside. Look at that. Oh, isn't she beautiful? This is the Evelyne TPM, and the color is Rose Cellier, which is one of the new spring and summer colors. So I'm going to put this down for a minute, and I'm going to reach down, and I'm going to pull up the dust bag for the strap. Isn't it beautiful? It's an Amazon. So the Amazon bags come with these differently colored straps, something a little bit different, more colorful. And look at that. It's got the Rose Cellier color. It has one of the other pinks and the rose confetti. And I believe that they call the strap rose confetti. And on the ends, it has the palladium coated hardware. And you can see here it's stamped Hermès Paris. And on the bag itself, you have the little palladium plated snap. And this is actually the back of the bag, but there's the stamp, the maker stamp. And then here is the Hermès stamp. So I'm going to put the strap on. And I'm going to show you guys what can fit inside. I'm sure people have seen this a million times, so I'm just going to be quick. So here it is with the strap. I'm not in a great spot to do a mod shot, but it hangs right to the top of my hip. And you can tell I have a really large chest, so it does suck up quite a bit of the strap space. If you were, you know, smaller than I am, it's definitely going to hang a little bit lower. And I was kidding with the girl yesterday. I said, well, if my hips were big, at least it would lie down a little bit lower. But not the case with me. So let me show you just really quickly what fits. I have this Chanel card holder. And I have, just for an example, because I had my Coach key case where my keys actually are. But here's a Louis Vuitton clay. You can see. And let's do a little YSL mirror from YSL Beauty. I'm going to throw in an Hermès lipstick. Yep. Bath and Body Works hand sanitizer. And look, there's still plenty of room. It snaps with no trouble. Look, you know, and I've heard people say, oh, you could see the shape of what's inside the bag, you know, through it. And yeah, you're going to see what's inside this bag eventually, because this is extremely, extremely soft, buttery leather. I can understand not wanting something to leave a complete imprint, but when you're dealing with really soft leathers like this Hermès leather, and even the old glove tan leathers that Coach used to use, they're meant to get softer and softer with time. They're not meant to be structured. They're not meant to be a solid piece where, you know, it's going to be like a cardboard box. It's going to get broken in, and as it breaks in, it's going to get slouchier, and yeah, it's going to stretch out a little bit. It's supposed to do that. So that doesn't bother me at all. I mean, that's part of what happens with the bag. I'm going to just reach down now. I'm going to just show the twilly that I got that I'm going to use with quite a few bags. But I bought this twilly to use as another handle option on the Evelyne. So we all know what these look like. Look at this. This is just absolutely gorgeous. So here's the front. Here's the back. Still has the tag on it. Let's see if it says anything. Yes, it does. Twilly Volte Pirouette Rose Ciel Bordeaux. So they're calling this Bordeaux, but really, if you look, it matches the Rose Cellier. It's just such a pretty color combination. And I do plan to use this on my Azure Neo Noir. So I really have wanted something that had some blue in it. I really have been looking for a scarf to wear with that bag for the longest time. And it always seems like when I go to Louis Vuitton, or if I look online, anything that has the blue in it, there's really not that many to choose from, and they're kind of gone. So I'm really happy to have this, and I definitely will get a lot of wear out of this. So let me just give a couple of thoughts that I have about Hermès and this whole journey. First of all, I'm not on any kind of a journey. The only journey that I made was to go to the store yesterday and drive for 45 minutes to get to the boutique. You're shopping. There's no journey that's involved. And if you're going to go to Hermès and you're going to buy something, if you don't actually love it, there's just no point, in my opinion, to dump thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in the hopes of one day maybe somebody liking you enough or respecting you enough or being open enough to offer you a Birkin or a Kelly. You're willingly giving your money to a boutique to buy merchandise that hopefully you're going to use and you're going to love with no strings attached. Let me tell you, nobody in the world owes anybody anything unless you borrow money, and of course you have to pay it back. Or, of course, children and parents have an obligation to care for their children when they're young. And we should, of course, always love and respect each other. And the expectation is that we're going to get that in return. But as far as somebody reciprocating something that you do, that's a favor. It's not a given. It's not an expectation. And for you to do things with an ulterior motive is just completely wrong. And I see a lot of people who are posting videos about, I'm spending so much money and I'm buying these Click Clacks and I'm buying these Twillies and I bought this dish set and I'm doing my one-on-one so I can get a Birkin. You might not ever get that Birkin or that Kelly. And then you're filled with a house full of stuff that you're never going to use, you didn't really want in the first place. I mean, if the bag costs $10,000, is it really worth spending $20,000 to get that bag? I don't even care about a Kelly or a Birkin, okay? I just have always loved Hermès. I've always loved their style. I've always appreciated the colors of leather that they have, the quality of the leather, how streamlined their goods are, the history of the brand, etc., etc. I really don't care if somebody ever in the future offers me a Birkin or a Kelly because I'm never going to spend that much money, first of all. I'm not rich where I can spend that kind of money to get a handbag. And I'm certainly not that in love with either of them to buy it pre-loved for $15,000, $20,000. That's just me. And, to say to people, oh, well, I was in your store and I shopped and I did this, and that, and, I have all these issues. Nobody needs to know about your issues. Nobody needs to be emotionally manipulated to give you something. I mean, just to put it out there, I had cancer. I was treated. I had chemo. I had radiation for gynecological cancer that was a very rare kind of endometrial cancer. Thank God, so far so good. I'm fine. My hair is coming back. But Jesus, I didn't go into the store yesterday and say, oh, when she asked if I want something else, bring me out a Kelly or a Birkin. No, it doesn't work that way. You don't say anything. If they want to do it, they're going to do it. And that's kind of all I have to say about that. Nobody in this life owes you anything. Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful that you're alive and that you're healthy and that you get to spend the days with your family and your friends, buying the things that you love, enjoying the things that you love, not buying anything if that's your thing. I mean, maybe it is. It could be not my thing, but it might be somebody else's thing to get that money and sock it in the bank. But anyway, that's just my opinion. Love it or hate it. But I'm going to end this now because I really didn't even expect to go this long. I'm like almost 14 minutes into this really quick unboxing. At some point, I'll come on and show what the Twilly looks like on the bag. If you like this video, you could give me a thumbs up. If you have any comments, you can leave them in the comments below. I don't know how many more videos I'm going to do or like any kind of a schedule, but we'll see what happens as we go along. But if you stuck in this far, thank you. Have a really good day. I hope you had a great weekend, and I hope that you have a good week coming up. Thanks.